How you doing, guys? Back again with another video. Now, this is a slightly unusual and different one from the way that we normally do things. Now, normally we're used to looking at the Lamborghinis, the Ferraris of the Eskate world, but today we've got a little bit something different for you. We've got the WowGo Fiesta Night.
Is it really called a Fiesta?
No, it's not a Fiesta. We're normally looking at the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris. Now we're looking at the Fiesta. So before we jump into this video, if you haven't liked, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can stay up to date with all the videos that we post. And also, make sure you go follow us over on Instagram. If there's anything in this video that I haven't covered and that you'd like to see or you'd like to know, let me know in the comment section down below and that can be added into the full review. But on that note, let's jump into this one. So yeah, we're looking at the WowGo Knight today, and wow, impressed with this board. I can't believe for 375 quid, you're getting this much of a board. Now, for me personally, this actually performed better than what the X-Way Flex did. I really didn't like the X-Way Flex at all. Hated the deck on it. But this board here, I've gone out, I've loosened the trucks on it. Now, normally a board like this shipped, the bushings are way too stiff for me. I've got to loosen the trucks as much as I physically can. And even then, I still can't carve and turn as much as I'd like it to. But this little bad boy here, this little WowGo, has done me proud. Little carving machine. Yeah, you're not going to get as much carve on it as what you would with the double kingpin trucks, but this is so smooth. You can just, really nice, like sort of long carves on this board. Really, really nice. It's dead silent as it's got hub motors. Now, they do have an interchangeable system where you can swap it over to a belt drive system, and hopefully that's going to be on the way soon so that we can test that out. But at the moment, we've got the hub version, and like I said, 375 quid. You can't go wrong with this board. Now, the deck on this board is a very stiff deck. It's got a slight bit of bounce to it, so it's not like a carbon fiber deck. It's not going to be that stiff. It has got a little bit of bounce to it, but again, very, very stiff, and riding over the sort of bumpy, hard terrain or less than desirable tarmac, you are going to start feeling those vibrations on your feet, so just something to bear in mind. So the wheels on this are 85mm, 78A. So the front wheel, obviously being a traditional skateboard wheel, is, it's quite soft, quite squidgy, feels really, really nice. And then obviously this being a hub board, you're going to have those sleeves on the back there. Now, one thing I didn't notice about the sleeves on the back of the board that I thought was actually a really nice little touch is the fact that they've got like the stone ground finish on them. So they're already pre-worn in for you straight out of the box, which is really, really nice. So top speed of this board, you're looking at around sort of in between 20 to 23. It's going to depend on your weight, the terrain that you're riding on, and there's going to be a lot of factors that are going to come into play. But for a street board with 85mm wheels on it, I think about 23, 24 miles an hour is as fast as I really want to go on a board with that size wheels, to be honest with you. But in terms of just sort of cruising around at a nice pace, a little bit of carving and stuff like that, this board's really, really good. I'm really impressed with what you can actually get for £375, and you're probably going to hear me say £375 in this video a lot because I'm super impressed with what you can get for 375 quid. Yeah, it's not going to compete against some of the more expensive models out there, hasn't going to have that as much power, and just, the overall experience from ride's not going to be as good as those boards. But if you're just sort of entering the e-skate community and you're just looking into buying a first electric skateboard, this could be a really, really good shout, and I'd probably recommend this over the Flex, to be honest with you. So when we take a look at the actual range that you can expect to get from this board, the website specifies and claims that you can get 18 to 20 miles, and that is just way off the actual number in real life miles that you're going to be able to get on this board. We've taken out today, I've done about 50% of the battery, and I've done about 4 miles, so 8 miles, 10 miles maybe from a full charge. Obviously I've been in the full power mode the whole time. I've not put it in the slow modes. That just doesn't interest me. I'm gonna go full throttle wherever I'm going on whatever board I'm riding. So yeah, 8 to 10 miles is going to be probably pushing it even on this board. But again, like I keep saying, I keep coming back to this price point thing here. For the price, 8 to 10 miles is really, really great. You got to think the boosted board out there, £1,600, does 6 miles. 6 goddamn miles. That's just, oh my God, that's ridiculous. 1,600 quid for 6 miles. That's mad. But 8 to 10 miles on this little bad boy for a fraction of that price. So yeah, I'm super, super impressed with this board. Now, another thing that I really was impressed with as well was the whole unboxing experience that you get with this board. So it's sort of like a, you see on like their Facebook and stuff like that, you get the Raver starter kit and stuff like that. This is like the Eskate starter kit. It's like you get the board in the box, you've got all these little skate tools, stickers, extra foams, a little stand to hang it up on the wall and everything. It's like a little Eskate starter kit to get you ready and going with all the little accessories that you need. So just some really nice touches that they've put in there, like giving you the extra foam, giving you a stand to screw to the wall that you can hook your board on. Just those little things like that. You know, this whole experience at this price point has been really, really surprising for me, and I know it has been for Chris as well. Now, another thing just to mention about this board is it has got the hole in the deck to be able to carry it. Now, this is something that I've never experienced on any other boards, and, you know, I'd have to try it out and see what it's like. So I'm not sure how you guys personally feel about that hole being in the deck to carry it. Is that something you like? Is it something that you don't like? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for me personally, I mean, the board, the size of the board, the weight of the board, it's not a big cumbersome board and heavy board that you've got to carry around. I just don't think, you know, it needs that hole in the deck there. And if anything, I feel like it could compromise the actual strength of the deck itself. So, you know, I'm sort of torn between yes and no on it, you know, but let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section below. Now, if we talk a little bit about the overall fit and finish of this board and how this board, you know, straight out of the box comes. Now, I checked it over, had no loose screws, no screws protruding from the deck or anything like that. Everything was tight and how it should be to take it straight out of the box and start riding. So I was really, really impressed with that. The grip tape on the board, although it is slightly out aligned, it's not sort of dead straight with the board. It could, you know, do with just being straight. You know, at this price point, I'm not going to complain about it. But overall, the way that this board has been constructed, the way that you can take it straight out of the box and just start using it, been really impressed with it, you know, can't complain. So as you can tell, I'm pretty happy, pretty chuffed about the way that this board is performing, but there is one slight issue that I found with it, and that is the remote. In terms of the ergonomics, the way that it feels in your hand, it's really been a nice remote. Its acceleration is really, really smooth on the board. Braking is really, really strong on the board. But something I did notice while riding is not when I was actually physically on the board and riding, but if I stepped off the board and walked 2, maybe 3 meters away from it, the remote would just start vibrating like crazy at me. And it kept saying disconnect and then reconnecting straight away. So that's something I'm a little bit concerned about. I don't want to sort of be riding down the road doing 20 miles an hour and the board decides to cut out, or the remote rather, decides to cut out and disconnect from the board itself. So that could be a little bit worrying. It hasn't happened to me while I've been riding on the board as of now, but, you know, it's something just to bear in mind. But yeah, I think that's about it for this one. This is the WowGo Knight. It's a budget or entry level board, shall we say, and it's £350 to £375 depending on where you buy it, and obviously you take into account for shipping costs and taxes. But at that price point, super, super, super impressed. Can't believe what you can get for that type of money out there at the moment, and full review will definitely be coming on it. But let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on this board. If you haven't liked and subscribed to stay up to date with all the videos we post, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you go over to Instagram to follow our Instagram account at Average Eskate Reviews, and we will see you in the next one, guys. So take care, peace.